At the water's edge, a great black-backed gull stands watch. Calm and unhurried, it surveys the surf as the tide pushes and pulls. To many it may seem a simple scene, a bird resting by the ocean. But this shoreline is alive with constant motion, and not all its inhabitants are so still. That was not on fast forward. Those are the Sandpipers in real time, their tiny legs a blur against the tide. But let us watch again, this time slow down. Only then can we truly admire the precision of their dance, every step timed with the rhythm of the waves. Let's watch the same clip in slow motion. Enter the Sandpipers, restless, energetic, forever racing the waves. With quick, delicate steps, they chase the sea as it retreats, probing the sand for hidden morsels. Its slender bill is a precision tool, designed to detect tiny invertebrates beneath the surface. Timing is everything. A fraction too late, and the returning wave will sweep away its prize. Side by side, the difference is striking. One stands still, conserving energy. The other never rests, compelled by the rhythm of the tide. Together, they paint a portrait of life on the shoreline. Calm and chaos, stillness and motion, united by the eternal pulse of the ocean. After their frantic dash along the surf, the Sandpipers pause. In the safety of numbers, they huddle close, tiny figures against the vastness of the ocean. Flocking is their strength. Together, they find protection from predators, warmth against the wind, and the comfort of belonging to something larger than themselves. And when the tide rises or danger approaches, the flock becomes a single, fluid body, a murmuration of wings, twisting and turning as if guided by one mind. These journeys are not confined to the shoreline. Many Sandpipers are great travelers, breeding in the far Arctic and migrating thousands of miles to warmer coasts. For some, the voyage stretches across entire continents. A feat of endurance in bodies no larger than a fist. From the stillness of the great black-backed gull to the ceaseless motion of the Sandpipers, life at the shoreline is a story of contrast. Together, they embody the eternal rhythm of sea and sky, a timeless dance written in the tide. Among their many feeding strategies, Sandpipers employ a technique known as foot-trembling. By gently patting the ground with their feet, they send tiny vibrations into the sand, flushing out prey too small to be seen. And then, almost instantly, the beak follows. What began as a ripple of movement becomes an opportunity. Each tap stirs life from hiding, and each peck claims the reward. This simple pattern, tap, then strike, is an elegant solution, perfected over countless generations. It allows the Sandpiper to locate prey invisible to the eye, hidden beneath sand and water. The ocean never rests. Its heartbeat is the tide, a constant pulse of advance and retreat. Each wave sweeps forward with power, only to surrender and draw back once more. To many, this is background music to the shore. But for those who live at the water's edge, it is the rhythm that dictates life itself. For the Sandpipers, This shifting boundary is both larder and hazard. The waves reveal a feast, worms, crustaceans, and insects buried in the sand. But with each gift comes the risk of being overtaken by the sea. They linger at the very edge, timing each step with extraordinary precision, daring to stay just long enough to snatch another morsel. And then, the rush. Tiny legs spring into motion. What looks like panic is, in fact, perfect coordination. The entire flock rising as one, racing the tide, each bird guided by instinct and the movement of its neighbor. It may look comical, as if the waves are chasing them off the beach, but this dash is deadly serious. To be caught off guard here could mean exhaustion, drenching, or even being swept away. And yet, as soon as the water pulls back, they return. The risk is worth it. Each retreating wave leaves behind a banquet of life, exposed for only a moment. The Sandpipers have but seconds to seize their prize before the ocean claims it once more. This cycle repeats endlessly. Advance, retreat, run, return. It is a delicate game between bird and sea, played out on every tide, every day. To the casual eye, it may appear almost playful, even funny. A flock of tiny birds, sprinting from the waves, but in truth, it is survival at its most elemental. Precision, timing, and trust in the flock ensure their safety and their success. In the contest between bird and ocean, the sea will always return. Yet the Sandpipers endure, light, agile, and endlessly persistent, forever running to the rhythm of the tide. At first, the shoreline seems bare. The sand, the sea, and the endless rhythm of the tide. But look more closely, and the sand itself begins to move. The Sandpiper is a master of camouflage. Its plumage mirrors the earth tones of its world. Pale grays, soft browns, and speckles like scattered grains of sand. When still, it almost vanishes, a ghost upon the beach. Only when it darts forward does it reveal itself again. Fleeting, fragile, like a shadow slipping in and out of sight. This fragile disguise is more than beauty. It is survival. Here exposed to the open sky, danger can come swiftly, from above, from the surf, or from the land beyond the dunes. Camouflage, agility, and the safety of numbers. These are the Sandpiper's only defenses. On this vast and open beach, the smallest bird relies on nature's quietest tricks to endure. In the endless theater of sea and sand, the Sandpiper story is one of fragility. A life that survives not by strength, but by vanishing into the very world it calls home. After endless running along the tide, even the smallest traveler must pause. For the Sandpiper, the ocean is not only a place of food and danger, but also of care. Here in the safety of the shallows it bathes. Every flick of the wing, every shake of the body sends droplets flying, washing salt, sand, and fatigue away. This ritual is more than comfort. Clean feathers mean survival. Each must be aligned, smoothed, and kept in perfect condition for flight, whether across the beach or across entire oceans. A moment of stillness, a moment of care, before the tide calls again and the ceaseless search for food resumes. From stillness to frenzy, From camouflage to flight, the Sandpiper story is written in waves, a life shaped by the ocean's eternal heartbeat. The Sandpipers stand balanced on a single leg. What may look like a curious pose is, in truth, a remarkable adaptation. By tucking one leg close, they shield it from the chill of wind and water, conserving the warmth they cannot afford to lose. In this delicate stance, they rest without weakness, a stillness that hides quiet strength. Against the vastness of sea and sky, such small creatures survive not through force, but through grace, even in the simplest of gestures. But this calm is only a pause, for soon the quiet beach will no longer be enough. Instinct will call them onward, summoning them into the air to begin one of the greatest journeys in the natural world, the migration of the Sandpipers. Born in the far north, in the tundra's brief summer, they are raised in a land of endless daylight. But as the Arctic freezes, they are driven south, across continents and oceans, to warmer coasts thousands of miles away. Some will cross the Americas from Alaska to the southern tip of South America. Others trace vast routes across Asia, Africa, and Australia. Journeys that may span more than 10,000 miles, completed by wings no longer than a child's hand. They travel together, a living cloud of wings. Each turn, each rise and fall is guided by the faintest cue from a neighbor. In this unity lies their strength, safety from predators, efficiency in the air, and endurance for the voyage ahead. Along the way, they depend on vital resting grounds, estuaries, mudflats, and beaches like this one. Here, they feed frantically, building the fat reserves that will fuel their next flight. Without these pit stops, the journey would be impossible. And so, their lives are written in flight, from fragile rest on a single leg to the boundless sweep of continents. Tiny, fragile, and yet unyielding, the Sandpipers endure, forever bound to the rhythm of the tide and the call of migration. One small sandpiper, alone at the edge of the sea. Before it, the vast ocean stretches endlessly, a world far greater than itself. Yet this tiny creature belongs here, as much a part of the shoreline as the waves that rise and fall. In its stillness, we see both fragility and resilience, a life balance between the land and the water, waiting, watching, and forever bound to the rhythm of the tide. And so it stands, a tiny figure before an endless sea. In its stillness, we are reminded that even the smallest lives carry journeys as vast as the ocean itself.